Located in California's Central Valley, students in the Manteca Unified School District are surrounded by open spaces and agricultural abundance. Manteca was one of the first school districts to implement the Education and the Environment Initiative curriculum, the EEI. In the EEI curriculum, everyday lessons are taught through an environmental lens, making it a good fit for Manteca's education goals.
In Manteca, we definitely are an agricultural community, Central Valley. It is the #1 industry, and so people's view of the environment come from that agriculture base and how to maximize not only your agricultural production, but the protection of the environment. The EEI curriculum has done an incredible job of really presenting that in a balanced context. We know that our students can get into the debate that is true to our area relative to water. And for us, it's a curriculum that really does hit home to the Central Valley and the issues that are in the Central Valley, yet in a real-world way.
Manteca Unified's overarching mission is that by the time children graduate from our system, that we have given them a world-class education. And that includes being problem solvers and critical thinkers and people that can take information and communicate it to others. The Common Core state standards are asking kids to do performance-based tasks rather than just multiple choice testing at the end of the day. Kids need to be able to not only show what they can know, but also what they can do with that knowledge. And the EEI curriculum is already built to do that very same thing. They're getting kids to look at data, look at, they read a passage, they look at pictures, they study some vocabulary, then they put that all together and they make thoughtful answers out of all that information. So it's a good match. It's a perfect match.
What's geothermal energy?
A large part of Manteca's education success can also be attributed to their commitment to supporting their teachers.
Once they're used up on Earth, they're gone.
The Education and the Environment Initiative curriculum fits into our overall goals for the district by introducing concepts to teachers whether they have a science background or they don't have a science background. And that is one of the things that really we found critical in the curriculum. We wanted that for anyone to be able to grab it and be able to run with it.
Inside the classroom, the EEI curriculum helps Manteca teachers engage students with relevant environmental topics and California case studies.
The EEI curriculum is definitely an integrated approach and involves language arts and math and social studies and science, and all wrapped up around an environmental topic. It's very visual, so that does support our English language learners. It supports our special ed students, as well as our regular ed students too. All of our kids are benefiting from this, and so our kids really not only like to do these activities that are performance-based and have that connection to the Common Core, but also they're just interesting for them.
The issues our students are going to face in the future are far more complex than the issues we faced as we were growing up. And the tools that we need to provide them need to be more complex and more current. We know we have a couple of strong tools. One is the teacher in the classroom, but second is the curriculum we make available to that teacher to provide that outstanding instruction. And the EEI curriculum really does bring in tools that the students will need in their future. Having the assignments that need to be done collaboratively, having the real-world data to use and then produce a real presentation and argument to solve the problems of the future is absolutely key to our students being successful in the future.
For the last 3 years, I've been working with the EEI curriculum, and one of the things that appeals to me about it is that we're learning about how to work with our environment and how we affect our environment while looking at social studies and science. Having the EEI curriculum available for us and allowing us to use it in different areas, such as using it in media and being able to Google and look up information and use a modern day spin on what they're doing, really is helping these kids get a foot in the door in what they're going to do next. The EEI curriculum allows our students the opportunity to work together in a group collaboratively. And while they're together working in a group, they're looking at things that do affect our environment, things that they are going to need for later on in life.